welcome everyone. Thank you for being here at the Doggie Director. I'm Stephen Ritt. Really appreciate everyone listening on KHTS and watching live stream at the Doggie Director on Facebook and KHTS Facebook. It's really good to be here today. Every week I'm coming here to you live at 11 a.m. hoping to teach you about training and also give you a better understanding of how your dog thinks. To really be a good trainer and to correct any behavioral problem properly, it really helps to know how your dog thinks. So besides the training tips and tricks, we're going to give you better insight of how your dog thinks, where you're getting more on their level and understanding them. You have to understand how a dog thinks to really be a good trainer. One of the things you have to know to be a good trainer. Today's topic, we're going to talk about your dog jumping on you, jumping on other people. It's a common problem a lot of people have. A lot of you aren't so concerned with it with smaller dogs maybe, but you might have a friend you can help or a family member. It's not only an annoyance sometimes, it can actually, be a safety issue with a big high-energy dog. You got a young 8-month-old, 6-month-old, year-old golden retriever lab that's large and they've gotten to the point where they really love people and they're jumping on them a lot. And you might have a smaller person, a child, an older person, hard floors, concrete outside. So it's an important issue to a lot of people, and it's a problem a lot of people have. So if you don't have this problem, I hope you'll share the information, and it'll be of use to a lot of people and dogs out there. Before we start and correct any behavioral problem, we have to remember the 3 W's. When, where, to learn why. So why your dog starts jumping is realize that when he's a little or she's a little itty-bitty puppy, what do people do? You're happy to see your puppy. You're excited. You come home. You haven't seen them all day. They've been in the backyard. Other people, oh, the puppy's so cute. Well, they're putting their feet up on you doing that when they're little. Realize, you're petting them for jumping on you because when they're only 12 weeks old, 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 20 pounds, it's cute. They put their little feet up on you. You're all excited. You're giving them lots of praise. So we unknowingly are teaching them to jump on us. So realize it starts when when they're young, very early. When you make a big deal out of coming home, that's where a lot of this jumping happens. When people first come to your front door, when you first come home. So you should always get low at your dog's level. Bend down so they can't jump up when you first greet your dog. Let them get some of their yayas out and start petting them more calm when you first greet them. That's when they're jumping up, when they first greet other people, when they first see you, and they're getting excited. Remember, too, when you really make a big deal out of coming home and leaving, that can also, by the way, lead to separation anxiety in your dog. So don't make too big of a deal early on in your dog's life about when you leave. Just calmly pet them a little bit. I know you want to give them lots of love because you're leaving and you won't see them. But remember, that also causes separation anxiety and can help to further that along. So it starts when they're a puppy. We're teaching them to get excited when they first greet people or petting them. Their feet are up on us. There's several ways to teach a dog not to jump. The ways you don't want to teach them is by stepping on their rear toes. This is in a lot of books, actually. It's one method trainers are using, is stepping on their rear feet when they have their feet up on you. You can really hurt a dog doing this, especially if it's a smaller dog or you're a heavy person, stepping on their toes. You're going to have another problem, and you might be even taking them to the vet. The other way you don't want to teach your dog to jump is by kneeing them. A lot of people, trainers, are saying knee your dog. Again, you can hurt your dog, and in the case of a lot of more dominant, high-energy dogs, real excitable dogs, you're not going to really knee them hard because you love your dog. I hope you wouldn't knee them that hard. So you're kind of giving them a half-hearted kind of knee. And with these high-energy, excitable breeds that are maybe have a high tolerance to pain, they're going to think you're playing. And sometimes they even come back more squirrely and more excited jumping on you. I'm going to teach you the proper way to teach your dog not to jump on you or other people. To start with, realize, like I said, they're jumping when they're first greeting you or people. They're excited to see you. You're going to get on their level, bend down so they can't jump on you, and you're going to teach them. They get all the praise for being on the ground. You can actually teach a dog not to jump on people by never correcting them. Just as soon as they jump, take a step backwards where they're sliding off of you and give them lots of praise for being on the ground. They do it again, they jump up on you before they even put their feet on you, right at the last second. Turn your back to them, step away. They slide off to the ground, praise them. So with time, over a week or two, they're actually learning. You ignore them, you turn your back, you take a step away when they jump on you, but they get all the praise for being on the ground. With movie and TV dogs, I never correct dogs for jumping because they have to do that a lot on film and TV, just like we encourage a lot of what would be behavioral problems, jumping on people, chewing stuff up, ripping stuff up, digging. So I'm personally not so concerned with it with my dogs. They learn when they can and can't put their feet up. But for now, if you don't mind it, and sometimes you do mind it, first start with teaching them not to do it, and then you can always go back and teach them to put their feet up if you do want it. So we've gone over a couple ways not to teach your dog, and that's stepping on their hind toes and kneeing them in the chest. Those are no-nos. Definitely don't do that. You want to set up the situation like a lot of behavioral problems. Don't always wait till you first come through the door or people first come through the door. Set it up. Have your dog on leash. Have your kids, your loved ones, your friends go to the front door. Sometimes the door knocking or the doorbell creates the stimuli that triggers an excitable response in your dog. Some of you, that's when your dogs start barking, all right, backing up. But other dogs, that's when they learn to get excited. Someone's there. So don't wait for it necessarily to happen. Set up the situation. I want you to just have your dog on a leash. A wide collar is fine, wide leather or nylon collar. You don't even need a choke chain to teach this. Once your dog truly understands, soon as he jumps up, he gets a loud vocal correction. He's hearing something firm and negative. I want you to only give one vocal correction. You can use ah or no, but be consistent with that. There's no, people are pulling their dogs off. They're saying get off, down, and they're giving them mixed messages. You want to be consistent. You want to use a correction. Always, never tug on the leash without saying anything. Never say their name and tug. Don't tug on the commands or pull the dog off. By only giving them a little correction with the leash, with the ah, that's what's going to help them become sensitive to the vocal correction. If every time they hear it firm and they get a little jerk, depending how sensitive your dog is, they're going to slowly start understanding that that correction is, at that moment, not what you want them to do, and they're going to get sensitive to it. We have a break. We're going to be right back. I hope you stay with us. I'll get into this a little bit more, and I'll get into the difference between command and correction.
Comfort Keepers provides your loved one with loving in-home care.
Miles McNamara, certified senior advisor and owner of Comfort Keepers in-home care.
Our caregivers can help you in your own home, enhancing independence, creating safety and comfort. Our Comfort Keepers provide companionship, meal preparation, medication reminders, assistance with personal care, and even transportation to doctor's appointments. If someone you love can use a helping hand at home, visit comfortkeepers.com.
Or call 287-4200.
Happy Saturday, y'all. It's Aaron Delatorre coming to you live from a Royal Suite Home Furnishings where they got mega deals going on all weekend. Come by, check it out. Not only do they have their President's Day sale going on all weekend long, They got a huge parking lot sale that you got to see to believe. I mean, this thing is incredible. I'm out here till 1 today, kicking it with Andrew Delgado, who's got an incredible mustache. Another thing you got to see to believe, this mustache, it's incredible. Come by, check it out. All the deals here at a Royal Suite Home Furnishings on Centerpoint across from Sam's Club. Back to you in the studio. We'll be checking in from time to time. Stop by, say hi at a Royal Suite.
Have you ever been in the middle of cooking on your barbecue and ran out of propane? It can be so frustrating. Don't ever run out of propane again. Call Plumbing by Kirk to set up your free estimate to find out if your barbecue can be retrofitted to hook up to natural gas. Plumbing by Kirk can assess your situation for options to hook up your natural gas line so that you'll never run out of gas in the middle of cooking again. Give us a call, 263-6519, 263-6519, or go online at plumbingbyKirk.com.
My dad is the best plumber ever. Call Plumbing by Kirk.
Your building sign is essential in getting customers to your location. Feathers can help get your business noticed. They walk you through each phase of your building sign project, providing special attention to detail and quality. Feathers will give you a sign you can be proud of. Your building sign will draw customers in instead of having them drive by. Feathers on Soledad in Canyon Country, across from the Edwards Theater. Or go to feathersphoto.com. That's feathersphoto.com.
The Santa Clarita Artists Association has a new gallery in downtown Newhall on 6th Street between Main and Railroad, right across from the Canyon Theater Guild. The gallery features our members' paintings, sculptures, and one-of-a-kind handcrafted gift items. Whether you're an art lover, buyer, or an artist wishing to join, visit our website at santaclaritaartist.org, come to our free monthly meetings at Barnes & Noble, or stop by the gallery. For upcoming events and exhibits, check us out at santaclaritaartist.org. We make visual art visible.
There's only one Santa Clarita plastic surgeon who is Yale trained and board certified, Dr. Justin Heller.
To be a board certified plastic surgeon like myself, what that truly entails is about 5 to 7 years of honed surgical training in reconstructive, all areas, as well as aesthetic, so which means your facelifts, your breast augmentations, your body contouring, true training, and board certification. In fact, that's the only board certified area that can be achieved in this realm.
Dr. Justin Heller, warm, understanding, always available for guidance because he's local. HellerPlasticSurgery.com.
Welcome back to the Doggie Director with K9 Master Stephen Ritt. Stephen is well known for training animals you see in many movies and sitcoms. Stephen is the creator of the Ritt Way, a training method that works by applying loving and time-tested techniques for a more enjoyable training experience. Lines are open. You can call Stephen at 661-298-5487. That's 661-298-5487. You can listen live online at hometownstation.com. And now, Stephen Ritt, your dog's best friend.
We're back. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying this show. I'm Stephen Ritt, the Doggie Director. We've been talking about how to teach your dog not to jump on you or other people. I was just in the middle of telling you how to do it the proper way. If you want to learn why your dog does it and how we accidentally teach them to do it a lot of the times, this will be archived. It's always important to learn why your dog does certain behaviors to better understand how to correct it. So we're talking about having your dog on leash, setting up the situation where you know they're going to be jumping. Usually, like we mentioned, it's when you first greet them, when people first say hi, they're excited. You have your dog on leash, you want them to feel slack as if they're off leash. Soon as they go to jump up on someone, you're going to have them hear only one ah, one no, with a correction jerk downwards. Don't pull them off, don't give a multitude of different words and commands, get down, off. You're going to be consistent. Your dog's going to be as consistent as you. We want them to really understand, soon as they jump up, it's wrong. Soon as they're on the ground, it's good. So even if they do it a dozen times, you're going to stick with it. Soon as they jump up, you're going to give them one correction. Soon as they're on the ground, you're going to give them lots of praise. Well, right after you give them praise, they try it again. You're going to give them one correction down. And once they're on the ground, you're going to give them lots of praise. If you do this for a week or two, your dog's going to stop jumping on people. They just need to have it clear in their head. As soon as I jump up, it's bad. Staying on the ground is good. A lot of your dogs, honestly, just don't really understand the basic concept of that. So now you have a little bit of ammunition to help you understand that. This is also the technique and the consistency you're going to use towards everything in your dog's life. The same method, the same approach. For instance, your dog's nose is in the trash. You don't want him getting in the trash. You want to get him used to hearing one correction. He stops, he backs off, or he pulls his head out of the trash. You're going to praise him. You want to praise after every correction. That's the difference between correction and punishment. There's no hard feelings, there's no bad feelings, but more importantly, besides what you're showing them wrong, you're instantly showing them what's right. Got it? That's with everything. Oh, as soon as I jump up, one correction. Just for that moment, I'm bad. As soon as I'm on the ground, I'm good. My nose is in the trash. I'm hearing loud and firm. It sounds negative to me. As soon as I back out, I'm being praised. So you're going to do that. It sounds a little neurotic to someone, there that doesn't understand the technique. You're going to be going, good, good, good. So do you understand? Dogs live for the second. All right? This punishment, they don't understand like children. I don't even believe in punishing children. Go to your room, no dinner, lots of bad feelings. It's better to discuss things, talk things over, and teach. Use correction rather than punishment. It's a teaching tool, the correction. You never give corrections out of anger, frustrated, your dog's jumping up. If you know what to do, then it's a lot easier to have patience and not be inconsistent because you don't know what to do. You're pulling your dog off. You're telling them commands to get off, get down, rather than a straightforward correction right at that moment. So the technique I use, the Ritt Way, works the same way to commands. Staying's good. I never correct the leash or say the command's firm. It's always, the commands are good. That's what I want you to do. Soon as you break a stay, you're hearing one correction, you're back where I want you. Okay, you're sitting back down. You're not moving forward. So the commands are never firm. You're never jerking on the leash without saying anything. Silent jerks. It's always with that vocal correction. And at the same time, that helps our dog become sensitive to just the vocal correction. All right? Your dog's going to be as consistent to you as you are to them. So try this jumping up. I hope you'll help other people and try it. Set up the situation. You'll see you can even coax your dog up on you a little bit. Soon as he starts to jump and he's almost on you, tell him and turn away. He's back on the ground. You're going to praise him and love him. If all that praise gets him excited to jump up again, great. We're trying to set it up to teach him. As soon as he jumps up from all that praise, give him another one vocal correction. Step away. He's back on the ground. You'll see the difference, and your dog will start comprehending. This is really the most clear black and white technique in a dog's mind. One command, one correction. Besides showing them what they're doing wrong, you're showing them what they're doing right. That's the difference between punishment and correction. So dogs live for the moment. It's taking positive and negative conditioning, positive and negative reinforcement to the extreme, because it can be used as a broad term, positive and negative reinforcement. I hope this is really helping you in all aspects of your dog's life, applying the same one correction, praise after the correction, towards all undesirable behavior. Whether it's getting in a shoe, your dog's ripping up something you don't want, you catch him, you're going to give him he's going to stop, look at you, boom, praise him. Hey, he's not chewing the shoe. He's not ripping something up. That's what I want. Just be there without doing that. He goes back to the object. You're going to give him an he stops. Okay, you can be loud and firm at first to make sure one correction does the job. All right, then you can lighten up with that vocal correction, but it'll have the same meaning if you're consistent. So remember, praise after every correction, or you're missing half of teaching your dog. You're missing half of the education, you might say, by just yelling, correcting, and consistently pulling. Then as soon as they do the right thing, you're ignoring them or not acknowledging them. Do you see how you're really only getting half the benefit of teaching by only correcting, sometimes praising? Be consistent. Praise after every correction. I can't stress that enough. And remember how we unknowingly teach our dogs bad behavior sometimes, like jumping. We've conditioned them as puppies to get happy, get excited when they see us. We pet them for putting their little paws up on us when they're puppies. They're cute, they're small, they're not hurting you. Remember, your dog doesn't know if you're dressed in Armani. They don't realize, hey, I'm outside, my feet are muddy, now I'm going to come jump on you and get your clothes dirty. They aren't thinking like that. So remember that it's best to teach dogs not to jump when you really don't wait for you not to want them to do it. It's okay to set up that situation. It's your own little private lesson with you and your dog. Hey, my dog's got a jumping problem. I'm going to grab my friend. Hey, get him happy for a second. Get him excited. I know he's going to jump on you. As soon as his feet come off the ground, his front feet, start going towards him. Hey, you can just let him hit the end of the leash. If you have the right amount of slack, if you're prejudging knowing your dog's going to jump, give him 2-3 feet of slack. You know, as soon as he hits the end of it, he's going to kind of correct himself at the right height. He's back downwards. Give him lots of love. Have your friend or loved one you're using to help you pet him, to teach him. You know, you both can give him praise for being on the ground. That leaves more of a lasting positive impression. So you can pet him as the owner for staying on the ground or after that correction, and the person you're using can pet him. To start teaching them, all that praise happens only when I'm on the ground. As soon as I start to jump, I'm hearing one thing negative firm. I'm feeling one little correcting. I'm kind of doing it myself. You know, even if they've made it all the way and their feet up on someone, I'll tell them, no, give them a little jerk, but I won't pull them off. I'll let them make the decision to come off on their own, because this way you're not manipulating their body, pulling them off. It's their own decision to take their feet off, so you're that much further along in teaching them. It's really, really important you understand this timing of command, correction, and praise, and applying that consistently. It's really, really where it starts with training, is to understand that a dog thinks and lives for the moment. You're applying this command, correction, praise at the right time. And also think about little dogs. You know, a lot of little dogs, if you got nylons on or they have sharp nails, you might not want them to jump on people. A lot of them jump up and start digging and scratching. They're so excited and happy. So be careful correcting them. You're going to have a different, softer approach. You're going to have a softer approach with puppies. Remember, I said you can actually teach a dog not to jump with no corrections. You can just take one step away. As soon as they're on the ground, praise them. You take a step away, they brush and fall off of you. Well, I hope this has helped you and your dog. I hope you can use this information to help others, the proper, humane way to teach your dog not to jump up. And remember, never ever hit your dog. Love and patience is going to teach them a lot quicker and go a lot further in a foundation of training. There is no quick solution to train a dog, especially using one-time type of force type of tactics. I hope you'll come back, and I hope this has been useful, like I said. And we sure enjoy coming here every week to help you and your dog. I hope you'll come back and join us at KHTS Saturdays at 11, streaming live Facebook at the Doggie Director and live Facebook at KHTS. It's been great being here. Give your dog a pat for me. Thank you so much.